right, guys, I'm getting here. I'm getting there. It's just I made some changes, so just doing some preliminary checks here. I will be with you shortly. Happy Tuesday.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter.
Let's go.
You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar. Can a damn soul stop it?
How's that?
Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on your bets. Here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping
Here,
out on my
I'm ready to
own.
go. You guys ready?
Elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood. Call it homegrown. Puerto Rican.
Happy Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm hearing myself in the background too, and it's fucking annoying the shit out of me. All right, there we go. Back. You know, sometimes I'm like doing some sound checks. I forget to mute the sound checks, and I hear me on a delay, and it F's me up. Anyway, Welcome in, guys. Happy Tuesday. The rally continues. Look at that thing, man. It just refuses to go down. I hear nothing but overbought, overbought, overbought. And how, you know, things are going to reverse. But the more I hear that, the more I think it's going to go higher. And then I hear everybody saying, this is the time. This is the time to buy. We're just getting started. And I think, well, now's the time to get bearish. We just take it a day at a time, man. Just take it a day at a time. See what happens. I am a JayJared. This is JayJaredLive. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Do I have, is the jazz playing in the background? I was doing, oh, it's not playing in the background. Jeez. Sheesh. There we go. Still working on some transitions here, but yes, we'll get there. We'll get there. Markets, S&P up 12 points pre-market. RUT up 6.5 points pre-market. NASDAQ up 48 pre-market. Not too shabby. Everything up around 1/3%, with NASDAQ 100 leading the way. What are we going to do? How's everybody doing? All right. I had no earnings I was watching this morning. So, again, we just wait, see what's happening. You know, I think, you know, rounding up the news yesterday, I think everybody was like, wow, markets did really well. That was the news. But then on the flip side of the coin, both the treasury auctions were oversubscribed, as they usually are, and interest rates moved lower. Why is that? So, again, the money flows into treasuries. You know, not necessarily something you see when markets and the economy are supposedly healthy, and ISM and PMIs seem to reflect that sentiment, right? Economy is not doing great, right? New orders, employment, prices paid, all moving lower. Not something you see. Not something you see if markets are strong. And, you know, for what it's worth, the RUT, the Russell 2000, the 2000 smaller companies that make up the Russell 3000, relatively underperforming the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. So we just, again, wait. Do we see a reversal? And when the reversals come, we know they're sharp, right? I went back and I looked. We went from bear market to bull market, back to bear market on the Qs already once. So interesting to see. Still in bear market territory on the RUT, still in bear market territory on the S&P 500. I don't even look at the Dow. I would assume that the Dow's probably still in bear market territory as well. But yeah, nice to see that the 100 companies in tech are leading the way higher. Doesn't make me feel great about the overall market breadth, but doesn't have to go in any particular order, or the dominoes don't have to fall in any particular order. Of note, last night, the RBA Royal Bank, would you call it the Royal Bank? I think it's called the Royal Bank of Australia, held their interest rates tight. They did not raise interest rates again. I feel like the Royal Bank of Australia has been kind of like telegraphing other central banks around the world. They had 11 straight rate hikes going into yesterday's decision. So, and they chose to stand pat. Tonight we get New Zealand with their central bank announcement. And then overnight we had German imports and exports came in better than expected, which is good, but it's been a bad few months for Germany and Europe. So, you know, whether that's the beginning of a new trend up or just a bounce, you know, and over a relief bounce, because things have just been pretty bad in Europe. And then, well, today we've got our factory orders data coming out, and we've got JOLTS, job openings. Oh yeah, Redbook too. I forgot about Redbook. I like watching Redbook because it's just a weekly gauge of retail sales, but not relatively well known in economic circles. But again, it's a week over week read on retail, and that's been falling pretty precipitously, I want to say, for the last 6 months. I mean, this time last year we were getting year over year reads of 12%. Now we're down to 3% and declining. Interest rates selling off, or Treasury selling off a tiny bit. But nothing dramatic. They should get, Treasury's going to open up here at, I think it's 8:30. Bond market opens at 8:30 or 8:25. It's really weird the way bonds open up. So yeah, I think maybe it was 8:20 because I see the first print. I see them moving now. So good morning to you, Houston. Good morning, Jackie. Whoop whoop. Private Hot Tuna. Thanks for all for stopping by as we wait and see what the market brings us today. Is it just me, or is Trey not trading today? Is he offline? Taking a day off? Spending some of that money made on Tesla? I need to add mute tab extension. Mute tab extension. And then I need to figure out where the hell. I'm seeing his tweet. Oh, I haven't looked to see if his Twitter. I guess I could do that. got? All right. I think I got it. I think it's in. New tab, pin it. Beautiful. Trey celebrating at an amusement park today. Damn, it's kind of... What's the weather supposed to be like today? Good for him. Is this a good place to nail it? I have no idea. I think more of the same. As shorts are begrudgingly forced to cover up and wait for the next level to gear up. We are in oversold territory. That's for sure. Or I'm sorry, overbought, not oversold. I'm just looking at news headlines. I don't see anything really riveting in the news. It was kind of like a slow news day. Or overnight, I should say. I gotta call my accountant. My taxes are supposedly done, but he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me what, yeah. Damn it. 8:30. What do I do at 8:30? Oh, economic news. Economic news at 8:30. There's nothing specifically coming out at 8:30. I'm a little absent-minded this morning. I don't know why. I got a good night's sleep. I think it's just the routine. I changed the routine up a little this morning. I feel like I've forgotten to do something, but I got everything done. Everything's done. Watch list is done. Points of control, done. Status, done. Sound pumping on YouTube. Sound pumping on Kick. I'm solid. I'm solid, man. Oh, I also made one more configuration change to the network. Still, the configuration today, I'm curious. Like, I'm totally expecting the laptop to bork again, but I'm curious to see when it does bork, what's going to happen. Because it's configured a little differently. It should be everybody's goal to have impact. it's a it's not a it's not a bad thing to aspire to. You just got to make sure you're doing it legally. And it just goes to show you that the government failed the people again. The government failed the people again. But, like, we should be used to that by now. Why you got to be careful? That's why you got to be careful. Otherwise, you get what you get. All right, markets, we are ready to go. 24/7 ready to go. I was effing with some Discord stuff last night too. I'm sure I effed that all up. If anybody's having trouble with the Discord, let me know. I'm basically trying to segment off new users. Like, I want to segment off new users from regular members because I don't want regular members getting hit with spam and impersonators. And I feel like there's a recipe, there's a way to do it without, so that new members can only see other new members who haven't, completed the steps for access. Which is ultimately what I want to try to do. And so that's been a little bit challenging. Crude oil's up again. Be curious to see how far that thing goes up. I think, reading between the lines, they're trying to read between the lines on that crude oil, that surprise OPEC cut. I'm inclined to believe that they cut output because they want to maintain a stable price for oil, but at the same time they are seeing reduced demand for energy and fuel. No, I've been selling the oil stocks, actually. I was buying them the whole way down. So yesterday I got to sell some rig, which, funny, I had just bought the piece of rig that I bought on Friday. I sold some BP yesterday. Again, I've been buying them I've been buying them all the way down. So it's nice to see them. It's nice to see them moving higher because now I can sell them. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I got enough inventory where I can sell them up 20% higher than their previous highs and still have some. Let's stock BP. So I got to sell some BP yesterday. I got to sell. I sold some ExxonMobil. I sold some Chevron. Like I said, I sold some rig. I didn't get to sell some ConocoPhillips. Who else do I have? I got Oxy. I didn't get a chance to sell some Oxy. We still got a ways to go there. Wish there was a way. How do I? For the first time in my life, I'm returning a pair of glasses. Solid back frames made me look like a pedo. I tried the solid black frames too. I tried them on the last time I went to the eye doctor and I just wasn't feeling it. It really just depends on a lot of things. Plus, you know, you've got that really thin blonde hair, Algo bro. You gotta it's gonna take a special kind of glasses to just kind of like make that characteristic a feature as opposed to a detriment. Of your 200 holdings, how many do you drop and how many new ones do you add in a time frame? So generally speaking, if it's whole shares, I don't drop any. Like, I want to accumulate them as much as possible. They usually all pay a dividend. They're usually very good companies. There are a few on the list that I'd be okay dropping, but I can count them on one hand probably. The partial shares, I'll try to drop as many of them as I can. Because most of the time I'm in them because I was credited with a very small amount. But I would say about half of those I would get rid of. So maybe, like, you know, if I could shed 50 or 60 positions, I probably would. We buy in whatever dings me. Whatever dings me to buy, that's what I'm buying. There's nothing on my list that is an immediate buy. I do have an order. To sell some HLN in there. Because that's up pre-market, or it was up pre-market. Yeah, it's still up pre-market. I get to sell a piece at 852. I just got it in there. Maybe we get a pop at the open. And then ETHE. Because Ethereum's having a good morning. I think because of the Elon Musk stuff. That's another reason I like Ethereum. So many of those shit coins are just tokens on the Ethereum network. So anytime one of those shit coins is newsworthy with volume, like it pumps Ethereum. Like, so I saw it. Good morning. Let's get weird 78. Touche. We're cultivating a good breed of Twitch viewers and participants. I wish I could be more degen. I'm not good at it. And I'm just getting to the point in my life where I'm like, why force it? Like, just accept who you are and, you know, tolerate it to a certain extent. I don't think it'll ever take a while. Like, I just, like, even with friends, like, I don't know, there's just something about it that I mean, there's just something about it that's not morally, just intellectually reprehensible. Is that too big of a word? I feel like but I feel like it's just it's too much. Like, it doesn't deserve censure or condemnation. I mean, I'm not a censure guy. I just feel like it's intellectually inferior. Like, and I'm trying really hard not to judge people because you shouldn't. But at the same time, you're just like, why do people do it? Do they do it because they think it's funny or it's going to be widely accepted? It's like that fraternity, that brotherhood of men where we all think farts and, you know, boobs are cool. Or should we be aspiring to something better? Like, I think it's hilarious when I see a kid doing it. Like, when my kids are laughing about shit like that, I think it's kind of funny. But, like, if they're like 30 or 40 years old and they're doing that shit, I'm just going to be like, what did I do wrong? You feel like you're going to be selling some oil today? Take a little off? Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with taking profits. I've been scaling out of my oil positions and adjusting my covered calls on the move higher. So, I mean, that's what you do. You buy low. Like when oil was shit in the bed 2 weeks ago, and really, you know, for a couple months now, that's when you should be buying. Because you know it's going to come back. Right? You know, you look like the smartest guy in the room now because you were telling people you were buying it 2 months ago. You don't look like the smartest guy in the room because you're buying some now. All you're doing now is just following the trend, which again isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you know, you can do very well catching a trend and riding out, you know, the last portion of it. But you missed the easy money. You missed the stress-free money when you were buying it on its way down, which is what I try to preach here. And if you're stressing out when it's going down, that's basically just your emotions telling you your position sizes are too big. I think it's one of the reasons why I spread out in as many positions as I do. It's because it doesn't allow me the time to get too hyper focused on any one stock or any one sector, right? So I'm not watching it and just dealing with the anxiety and the turmoil of, you know, a particular position going lower. Hey, it's just more stress-free. Like that's why I basically you should be in touch with your emotions. Like if you're trading and it's emotional for you, that is your mind, your primitive human brain telling you danger, right? Your body doesn't, your mind, your that primitive brain, the stuff closest to your brain cell or your brain stem, the parts that make like your heart rate go up, or, you know, triggers the fright or the fight or flight response. Like your body doesn't know the difference between you losing thousands of dollars in the stock or you getting ready to die because, you know, you've been kicked out of the tribe. You know, I'm talking hundreds of thousands of years ago, right? Our brains have not evolved enough to, our primitive brains have not evolved enough to know the difference. And so when your emotions are triggered, you should listen to them. You should say, what's going on here? Anyway. I'm pretty sure I already saved this. See, I wish there was a way to grab this video. How high are we going to go on the SPY before shorts are scared? I think shorts have been scared. I think shorts started covering last week. If anything, I think you're getting to the end of the shorts cover, and at least the position traders, the trade desks. I think anybody that's covering up now is just late to the party. I mean, we're what, 7 days now? 7 days of untouched points of control. Let's count them up. I haven't marked up yesterday's yet, but one, well, we're going to be opening higher today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So can it go higher? Yes. I think shorts started seeing the writing on the wall as early as last week because they were positioned to push it down 2 weeks ago and they didn't get it. They didn't get very far. Like if you look at price action, 2 weeks ago, right? That's here. You can see they tried to push lower and they just couldn't. Every time they tried to push lower, it got bought back up. So last week they start covering up. They probably started covering up on Friday. Red Book's not going to move the markets. It's an important piece of data, I think, but it generally doesn't move markets. By the way, there is a JayJared 24/7 channel. Most of the time I'm not pumping the audio over to there. I do have a configuration set to be able to pump the audio over to there as well, but I leave it on smooth jazz. Right? Maybe people don't want to hear JayJared. Maybe they just want to lurk and watch charts, right? So head on over to 24/7 and give me a follow and lurk. You can support me that way. I want to slightly tweak that message. You are now eligible for valuable prizes. The more you watch, the more you lurk, the greater your chances to win. By the way, I'm a juggler. Welcome in. Good morning to you. Or, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you hail from. How'd you find out? First time chatter. Welcome in. How'd you find out about JayJaredLive? What went wrong? What happened? This is bottom of the barrel here. Thank you. I know. When I get a chance to be humble, or what would you call it? Like not self-denigrating, but like when I get a chance to be modest and not take myself seriously, I try to take advantage of it because in real life, I do try to take myself not so seriously. It's just life's too serious as it is. So I try. I don't want to be serious, but at the same time, I don't want to, go to a level where farts and funny noises, are funny. Cold ass fashion lost everything. Well, the good news is you probably didn't lose anything listening to me, everything listening to me, and you can always start. You can always start and build up again. Gamble 1%. I don't have that yet. Like, what could I gamble? A JJ, you can't, you got to convert the JJTs. You got to convert the JJTs to JJ doubloons, and then you can gamble them. I need to knock the dust off that code. I got so far. Wonder, is it even still working? I had built setting up, configuring the code connection between Twitch and my server. It was not fun. And so I figured it out. I spent probably a week of my life figuring it out. And then I was like, yep, I figured it out. I'm moving on. And I never followed through. Would I like the boys this evening and I'll pick them up from you tomorrow? Yes, that would be fine. And I have a favor task. When you get a chance, my GM message to SA was a question about realized gains and morning shower relief. LOL, I feel like I could have done that here as well, so you are degen enough. Morning shower relief. Can you talk? All right, you know what? I need to call my ex-wife and I need to set up the prediction. So let's do that real quick. I didn't even choose the outcome prediction for yesterday. Slacking. 410. We were greater than 410 yesterday, weren't we? Yup, we sure were. All right, if you bet above 410 for the close, the SPY settle, you won. Congrats. Let's start a prediction today. I'm going to give everybody 20 minutes to tell me if they think SPY is going to be above or below VWAP at 10:30 Eastern Time. So go. To realize gain. He does not show realized losses. I've stopped by. I like Stock Jock. Is he streaming now? I didn't see him either. Oh yeah, he's on now. Stock Jock's on. He's got so much information on that page. I feel bad with the amount of information on my page. Like, I don't think people are there to watch his screens as much as they're just there to watch him interact and participate in his trades. I mean, I know he does a good job of letting people know what he's trading. But like, as far as like watching, like what's going on his screen, it's tiny. Which is, well, thank you. Let's Get Weird 78. I appreciate that. Is anybody seeing this this movie preview for the Blue Beetle or whatever it is? Is this like a Spider-Man? I've never heard of the Blue Beetle before, I don't know, 2 days ago. I'm like, it looks like a cool movie, but it also looks like Spider-Man. Especially that cool Spider-Man suit where he looks like, where like the things actually come out of his back and he looks like a spider. Like that suit is epic. I'm surprised Stock Jock hasn't gotten in trouble for showing for showing his amounts like that. I've been told, people have told me that that will get you into trouble with the SEC. By the way, for those of you who don't know, JayJaredLive is on Rumble. Yes, I have built a page on Rumble. If you are not familiar with Rumble and you love face slapping competitions as well as other right-wing crazy talk, you should head on over to Rumble. You should create an account. I've been told that showing amounts is dangerous because it encourages people to mimic your sizes, which again, it comes down to personal responsibility in the end. But that's just what I've been told. I had a really good opportunity to pick somebody's brain. Look, I'm not, I don't think it makes sense either, but how many things, you know, the rules are the rules. It's just, or, you know, I don't want to get, good morning, by the way, NW Taxman. How, you staying busy? This is your busy time, isn't it? I've, again, wanting to stay under the radar. I mean, if it doesn't matter if what I'm doing is right or if I'm wrong. If I get a knock on the door and they say we're shutting this down, it's not like I can say, no, you can't do that. They'll be like, we can. And even if we can't, you know, we'll figure it out in the courts and I'm dead in the water. It's not a risk I want to take, honestly. And so they were like, I was like, what are some of the things I can do to reduce that risk? Position sizes, or being vague about position sizes. That's why I talk about pieces. Like I do mention that a piece could be 1 share. It could be 100 shares. It could be a dollar amount. But showing actual portfolios and position sizes will get you in the hot water. So I'm like, all right, that makes sense. I was like, well, it doesn't make sense, but again, I'm not trying to get in the hot water because somebody misinterprets what I say, reports me to the SEC, and then the SEC, stops by and says, all right, what's this Jay Jared and what's he all about? All right, I need to call my ex-wife. I set the prediction. I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Have a good day. Bye.
All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Things working out. Things working out. We are about 5 minutes until the open. We'll get it ready here. Fire this thing up. I'm excited. How about you guys? What we got? Markets kind of fading a little bit. Had that nice push higher in the early morning here. Let's see, what did this start at? Yeah, about Europe opening time. Like if I'm still up, I like to watch around 2. I feel like European pre-market kicks into high gear at 2 a.m. Eastern. And then right around 3:34, European markets open. So, you know, nice to watch those. Anything before that is obviously India, China, Japan. Like we were flat through most of that. I think the only thing I noticed was there was a JGB auction, a 10-year auction, but that thing is so tightly monitored. They really don't let that thing get out of hand. Yeah, we just wait. We just wait to see what markets do here. I'm expecting a few dings, but hopefully we few of those cells go through. Good morning, time killer dude. Good morning to you, sir. Get ready to fire this thing up, baby. Gonna try and hop into a healthcare REIT. I've been hanging out in MPW. Has been my healthcare REIT. So I actually started an initial size last week and it already sold a piece. And so I'll buy it back, the piece I sold back at $7.78, and I'll just keep scaling in and out of this guy. Pays a dividend. You know, it's healthcare, commercial real estate. Like, I feel like I have not heard a peak. I'll have to check it out. Stock. Pays a dividend, so that's nice. I think we gotta fire this thing up, don't we? It's time. It's time, baby.
Welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
All right, Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. Are we overbought? Or is this just the beginning? Time will tell. May your winners run. And may your stop losses stop short. Great trading, everybody. get it. Let's get it. I should probably just let the music ride out until the open. I need to configure ducking a little bit better though. I thought I had ducking configured, but I don't think something's broken with it. Let's go. Oh, there's my ETHE. I put it in order to sell that pre-market. Here they come. Markets pop on the open. Let's see if they fill this gap sooner rather than later. Let's see how strong these bulls are. UPS moving higher. I'll sell a piece of that. ADI hitting a new all-time high, but not ready to trade it. UPS, as we wait for things to settle down. We'll sell a little bit of UPS here. That's beautiful. I actually bought a piece of UPS after I sold that piece. Bought a piece on March 10th on a drop. So I just sold it. Got it for $194.48. Pfizer's moving higher. Let's take a look at that. Pfizer. Nice to see Pfizer kind of moving higher, but it's got a ways to go. We're being honest. Let's see how much that ETE sold for. $886.5. UPS, ADI, VGT. I'm waiting for that thing to pull back so I can buy more. That thing's been a monster. Pfizer, Ethereum. Quiet. Gene Austin. Found it. Ever hear a song on a radio, or you ever hear a song like in a commercial that you hadn't heard in a while? As always, guys, content here on JayJaredLive is some education, mostly entertainment, and certainly not advice nor recommendations. Do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions you might be unsure of or uncomfortable with. Am I consulting? No, I'm not a financial advisor, not a certified one. Mondelez moving higher. That's an all-time high. It's Chipotle Mexican Grill. Oh, beautiful. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. All right, Zion moving lower. I'm going to buy that. Even though I don't want to. Ugh. Put it in order to buy some Zion here at 28.24. That's 10% below where I last sold it. I am not getting the warm and fuzzies watching these regional bank stocks deteriorate. Considering that news is now 2 weeks behind us. That order just went through. Picked it up at 28.24. I'm going to sell some Chipotle here. How are markets doing? We're still fading. All right. Markets are fading. I'm shocked. Chipotle, however, still hanging in there. Let's sell a piece of Chipotle at $1,733.10. And then Pepsi. Oh, wow. Pepsi is telling me to sell a piece of Pepsi based on my last sell, or based on my last buy on the 20th of January. Price I'm aiming for $182.95. I'm going to sell a piece. Sold it for $183.15. Pepsi moving higher. I'll start there. Here you guys the chart. Pepsi, nice. Very nice. I bought all the way down from the beginning of the year. Really from the end of last year to the beginning of this year. It's obviously catching a bid again. And then, as I mentioned, Chipotle also moving higher this morning. Markets in general have filled the gap and we're heading lower. Woof. God damn. Bears won that minute. Congrats. Enjoy your winnings. All right, next move. Next. All right, we did hit point of control. The first point of control we've touched in the last 7 days. All right, let me mark down Zion as a buy. FCX commodity stocks are getting smoked. Non-oil commodity stocks. Oil and gas stocks are doing all right, obviously, but again, to see the deterioration in the materials sector does not leave me feeling good about the economy. That coupled with the ISM report yesterday and PMIs. Yikes. Be careful out there. Hershey hits a new all-time high. All right, let me... All right, let's see where we might stop next. I just got an alert for something. Hit our point of control on the NASDAQ as well on that move down, which was much further down. HLN moving higher. That's a new all-time high for them. Yeah, it's definitely not a job. I appreciate you guys hanging out, but I have no expectation. You guys want to guys help out when you can, but you gotta look out for you. Well, that's good. I'm learning all the time here too, man. It is free. What the hell am I doing? Let me mark up Pepsi. Let me mark up Pepsi. I sold some of that. Oh, and the whippoorwill calls, and the evening is a night. Pepsi, Chipotle. All right, that's done. I got all the cells in there. Oh, I got to put the Zion in. I bought some Zion. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Little bounce here. Nice to see. Right at the NASDAQ 100 futures point of control. I'll show it to you again. Let's see if it holds up. So far, so good. Where is mine? How much is it down from where you last bought it? You too can show your support to Jay Jared through many ways. One way is to buy me a coffee. Head on over to buymeacoffee.com/JayJared. Buy me a coffee. I deserve it. Not much. It rebounded a bit, 1.3A. See, I don't think it's low enough. What's the average true range on it? We got the JOLTS number coming out in about 10 minutes, folks. I think factory orders come out as well there. Let's see here. My blue heaven. Factory orders also come out in about 9 minutes now. Johnson & Johnson moving higher. Nice move higher. This got a ways to go before I can start selling now. I will do the math. All right. $173.61 is where we get to sell our first piece of J&J. Roblox moving higher. Saw a new TD Ameritrade commercial this morning that was trashing the DGen, Twitch, etc. streamers and promoting their top educational platform. Well, good for them. They've got their own streaming platform themselves. I mean, it's like a network. It's like a network. They're kind of taking a page from Tasty Trade, which isn't a bad move for them. Roblox gave me an alert. Take a look at that. Nice to be able to sell some Roblox into a rally. I own a lot. Oh, that's beautiful. Not only am I going to sell a piece here, I bought a piece after I sold that piece, so it's practically 10% on that move. Here's your Roblox stock. Very nice. All right, I'll mark it up. The sell of Roblox. When the whippoorwill calls. loving is enough. I'm singing that stupid song. We'll buy that piece back. Oh, shit. I screwed this up. Is that 49.75? I'll just clean that out. +5 -5. $49.75 is where I will sell the next piece of Roblox. I'll buy that piece back at $44.55. It's Roblox. Romeo, Bravo, Lima, X-Ray. As we sell our pieces, as we move up, we bought all the way down on Roblox. All the way down. When did I start buying Roblox? I'm actually kind of curious. I'm going to pull it up. I'm curious. $4.22, or before that piece I sold was $44.22. So I'm profitable on the remaining 28 pieces I own. This is the way. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.